Data binding, adding data. Okay, our Hello World project is looking a little plain, so let's add some data. In the Layouts and Binding section, there is an example data binding layout with a data section, and that has a variable called user, which is of type user. And further down we see how it is used. We'll copy that into our layout. If we go back to the documentation under Data Object, we see the user class that was declared in the layout. We'll copy that into our code. Now we've done that, how do we use it and how do we set it? The answer can be found in the documentation here. This shows the data binding class being used to set the user variable. So we'll copy this into our code as well. Now we have a slight issue with our user variable. Looking back at our layout, it's complaining about the user class. And it's the path that's slightly off. It's missing the hello world. Okay, we can fix that. Let's check everything is still working. Good. Currently, the layout only has a Hello World text box, so we'll need to add another text box so that we can display the user. I'll quickly do that now and skip to the result in the video. Let's set the text box IDs to text first name and text last name. We will be using these IDs in our layout. Returning to the example layout, we can see how the text box text is set with the user variable. We'll duplicate that in our code. Let's go back to the main activity, and I'm going to change the username to Bob Smith. Let's run it, and all looks good. Let's now add an age to the user class, and update the data object, and finally add an age text box. We'll give this the ID textAge, and update the text property. When you make a change, it's always a good idea to run the app and see if anything's broken. And something is broken. So the problem is getting the text. The issue is that the age is an integer and the text property wants a string. We can fix that quite easily using the integer class. Trying again, this time we get our Bob Smith user and his age is now displayed. So we've managed to use data binding to connect our data to our layout.